Hi. Hi, Debbie C. How are you today? How's everything happening? How are you? I'm just waiting for more people to join us and then we're going to start. And in the meantime, I'm grooving, as in, join me. Hello. Hello, Ikechi. How are you today? Okay, guys. Good evening. Thank you for joining me today. It's another Monday. Obviously, you've had a full day, as I'm sure I've also had as well. Hi, Debbie C. As in, you are loving it, right? Should I continue? Should I continue? Because I'm actually in the mood to party. I don't know, for some reason, I'm just very, very excited to be with you all today. And I can't wait to get started. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join us, maybe a couple of people, and then we're going to get started. So why not tell me, how was your day today? What have you done? How was work? I waited though. How was work today? Okay, all right, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that you're here already. It makes me so happy to see you all, and I've had a very, very full day, and thank God that I can be here to talk about something very interesting, something that I've spent the whole day thinking about it, and I haven't been able to contain my excitement. I'm going to give a quick shout out to my replay viewers. If you're going to be watching, hello Chinelu. If you're going to be watching this video after the program is finished, I am so glad that you've taken the time to. And I would say, please leave your comments, because I still respond to comments even after the show. I love hearing from you guys. Also, tell me where you're joining me from. I've had people from Australia. I've had people from Canada. I've had people from Ukraine as well. I've had people from so many lovely places, and I'm so excited that obviously Shidez is going places, and I'm so pumped tonight. Today we're going to be talking about something really, really positive, and basically I've titled it "Creating a Positive Mindset for a Successful Woman." And this topic came to my mind last week when we were talking about negativity and where negativity comes from. Hello, Fama. Thank you for joining. Please share as you join me so that more people can come on and we can have a Monday night party on here. So last week when I was talking about negativity and where, mediocre mindsets come from, and we talked about it comes from your family, your extended family, aunties and uncles, your society, your pastor. And I had this idea that I will come on here this Monday, and I was going to share about what has worked for even me as a person, and how I've been able to cope with, some of the things, the harsh things that people say to you that they don't know, is hurting you, or they don't know that it's affecting your mentality. And that's why today I am so excited, because I can share with you guys, things that have worked for me personally. And obviously we're all growing. And how do they say that if you are not better today than you were yesterday, then obviously you're not going anywhere. So let's get started. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm sure you can tell, as in today is different. So number one is confessions. Now, for a long time, I didn't know what people used to mean when they said confessions, and you confess what you want to see, basically. So I always used to think that those people, what do they mean? But then I think it was a couple of years ago, a cousin of mine actually said to me that he started to do confessions. Now, this is a man. So ladies, I'm sharing secret that some of the men have that we don't even know about. So my cousin is a guy, and he was saying to me that, oh, he started to do confessions and his life literally turned around. And I was wondering, like, how do you do it? So I went to him and I said, okay, give me the download. How do you do it? How do you confess? And he said, literally, every day you wake up, you confess to yourself what you want to be. So Christians will call it calling things that are not as if they were. That's the biblical quotation. And so basically you wake up every day and you say, Kome, you're a successful entrepreneur, or you're a successful businesswoman. You attract good things from all over the world. People come to you as a solution provider. You keep saying those things every day you wake up. I'm telling you, it works like magic. You wake up, in fact, sometimes you have to write it down. Like you have a book of confessions and you write it down. And every morning you wake up, or before you leave home, or when you're free, or when you have a few minutes. Sometimes I do it when I'm on the train and, you know, maybe I have a busy day ahead of me and I have meetings that I have to go there and, you know, show them that I've got it. And, and I spend that time confessing positively to myself. I say things like, Kome, good things are spoken of you in all the places of the earth. You are wonderfully, you are beautifully made. You are a great person. You are successful. You impact your world. You are successful. Nobody can put your light down if you don't let them. And basically, for everybody, it's different. You have to speak the things that you want to see. So sometimes, and I'm going to share this secret with you, I say to say things like, Kome, you attract money everywhere you go. Guys, please share as you come on. I am so excited. I want everybody that is available to hear this information, because I think it really has the power to transform your mentality, like the way you process things, because it has worked for me and I know people it has worked for, and it has turned their lives around literally within a few months. So as I was saying, you know, I started to say things that I wanted to see, and I started to say things like, you know, at work, people see you as the solution provider. People see you as a solution provider. And would you believe it? There is something about positivity. When you carry a positive mindset, people see you and they don't know what the secret is, but they come to you because they believe that that girl has something special. That woman has something special. It works like magic. Thank you guys for all the sharing. I can see your comments. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's number one. Confess what you want to see. It works fabulously. Number two is something that I did not know that it was possible, because growing up, you know, they tell you a lot about respect. They tell you that, you know, you have to respect your elders, and basically you take whatever thing they're saying to you. They say whatever you're saying, and, you know, you just take it on board, and you can't talk back. You know, you can imagine somebody that is older than you coming to say something negative. And the way I was raised is that you take it, you keep it, and, you know, you just pretend like it doesn't hurt. Now, one thing I started to do is when people started to say things that I did not like about me, I wasn't aggressive, but I started to put an end to it. Like, any negative thing you say to me, I tell you immediately, like, auntie, I don't like it, or, you know, me, I'm different, or something that says to me, that automatically sends the message to my brain that, Kome, that message wasn't for you. So like last week I was sharing that, you know, somebody said to me when I was a bit younger, and she said, oh, you're too young, you're growing too tall, and you're not going to find a husband. Now, that's something very random I can use as an example. But I remember telling that person that, auntie, there are special men for special girls. And that immediately solved it in my mind, because I didn't go around carrying that negativity. I had addressed the issue. It was solved. So when someone says something negative to you, even if you cannot say it aggressively, say it jokingly. If the person says, this one that you're looking flashy today, what are you trying to do or something? You tell the person, I'm looking flashy because I'm flashy. Or I'm looking flashy because successful people look flashy. Or I'm looking, you know, turn it into a joke, but give it back to the person. Don't carry that negativity away with you. That's one thing I've learned, that when you absorb those information, you think that you're just keeping quiet out of respect. But sometimes those things start to impact you. You carry it. Exactly. Special men know. And shout out to my hubby. I'm so glad I married a special man, even as tall as I am. And somebody will think I'm 6 feet. I'm not. Oh. So anyway, that's number 2. You know, when they give you negativity, please send it back. Like, not for me. That kind of thing. So number 2. Number 3 is something that I've also, you know, learned in the last 1 or 2 years in my career, especially. And that's that people underestimate you until you prove that you are different. So when people look at you, they tend to see their own biases, their own ideas of who you should be. Now, if you let it will start to impact you negatively. But the best way for you to carry your own positive mindset, for you to create a positive mindset, exactly. This is cracking me up. Yeah, you deflect it, like makes it like, please keep it to yourself. So yeah, so in your career, you're going to meet people that are going to look at you and all they can see is the color of your skin or your height or your dentition. Yes, exactly. Or they're going to look at you and they immediately cut you down in their minds like you're not worth it. And they start to give you negative vibes. So let me tell you this story. So sometime around 2015, then I was pregnant with my baby. And there was this project that came up in my office. And they were discussing amongst themselves, like, who were they going to give this project to handle? And I heard the gist going around, but nobody said anything to me. In fact, the worst part was that they were calling meetings. They would go into the meetings, they would discuss what they were going to do about this project, who they were going to give. And the funny part was that there was nobody readily available for them to give, that they were going to, you know, put in charge of this project. But they kept looking at me and saying, I don't know for whatever reason. And I'm not going to try to figure out what the reasons were in their minds. And the same thing for you. Don't try to figure out what nonsense is running around people's brains, why they see you differently. But that day I couldn't take it anymore. This was like a week. And, you know, it took me time to figure out, like, there's even nobody to do the project. So I walked up to my head of department and I said, I can do it. And I'm so glad that this is 2 years down the line. That project has become the most talked about product in the bank. As in, it is something that you cannot work in that company without using. And I am happy to tell anybody that I headed the project. So now that is what is it number 3 or number 4 now? Number 3 is when people look at you and they cut you down to size and you think you are worth it, don't keep quiet. That's how you create a positive mindset for yourself. Let them turn around and tell you no. But the thing is that when you start to take bold steps, you become bolder. You become more courageous. When you do something with courage, you tell yourself that, especially when it works out, you tell yourself, you're teaching yourself that I can do it. I can walk up to anybody and handle whatever comes my way. And basically, it's a learned thing. Confidence is actually learned. So when you do that, you teach yourself courage. You teach yourself encouragement. You carry yourself better. You now know that I can handle it. Not because you're telling yourself, just because you're confessing, but because you've put it into practice. So, guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about creating success. We're talking about creating a positive mindset for yourself. And we've gone through 3 already. Number 1 was that you have to confess what you want to see. You have to talk to yourself and tell yourself, you know, the good things that you want to happen in your life. And that it works like magic, because before you know, your life is going to start to turn around. And you're going to start to see those changes that you are expecting. Number 2 is that you have to give back negativity. Now, Davies said, I'm quoting her. Davies said you have to deflect it like Matrix. Like when somebody gives you negativity that you cannot handle, that you think is not for you, you put a stop to it. When you put a stop to it, that person is going to think twice tomorrow about telling you the same thing. If somebody says you are too fair, tell the person, I am fair because I am wonderfully made. Tomorrow, the person is not going to say that. If the person tells you, you are too tall, special men for special girls. If the person tells you are too educated, tell the person it's because I am going to impact my world. My education is going to change lives. So keep your negativity to yourself. It's not fight. We're just saying it. You know, say, if you can't say it aggressively, please say it jokingly, but don't take it home with you. Give it back to them. Number 3 is that you have to take courageous moves, bold steps. And when you do it, you teach your mind and yourself that you can do it. You can handle whatever is coming. And then you learn confidence from it. Once you've done it once, it's easier to do it again. Once you've, faced the challenge and you've taken it on the chin, even when they come back and they say no, the important thing is you made the first move. You're happier, you're stronger, you learn from your mistakes, and that's what makes you start to think positively about yourself. Now, number 4, I'm very excited about number 4, because number 4 is something that a lot of people, a lot of women especially, we shy from doing it. When you have negative people around you, you have to learn to disconnect. Now, even I myself, it's very hard for me. When you have some people that they're not taking you anywhere, you have to learn to disconnect. You have to start to give them excuses. Come, we haven't seen you in 3 weeks. Yes, so it's because I'm very busy. Sorry. That's the Nigerian way for me, that we pretend a lot. Even friends that are not contributing to you, you carry them along. You tell them all your life history. You make them feel a part of your life. But deep down that these are fake friends. They're not really your friends. Anyway, for me, number 4, if you have people around you that are always giving you negativity and you want to have a positive mindset, they can't be your friends. So you have to find a way. If you cannot chase them, then you have to start giving them excuses like, we haven't seen you. Tell them, I'm sorry. It's because I'm busy at work, or I'm busy, family life or something, or I traveled. Mommy, guys, my mom is watching tonight. Mommy, shout out to you. I love you. Thank you for joining us. So, you give it back to them. You separate yourself. You have to separate yourself. You have to start to separate yourself. Now, you cannot be an eagle and spend all your time with chickens. It doesn't work like that. Before you know it, you will become a chicken. You start pecking at the worms on the floor. So you have to you have to move with other eagles. And if you cannot find eagles to move with, sister, move alone. It's better to fly alone than to spend your life pecking on the floor because you are afraid to move. So that's number 4, guys. Guys, I really love your feedback. I like your comments. They crack me up. They make me know that I'm not alone here, that I have people that are going somewhere, that are joining in. So guys, please keep it coming. I love it. If you're just joining and you haven't shared the video already, please, I'm looking for you to share it for me. Thank you. Share it and let your friends know that there's something amazing happening here, that we're sharing ideas, that we're changing our mindsets together. Thank you very much. So that's number 4, I think. Number 4, that you have to separate yourself. And if you start to watch the great people, now, if you watch the great people, the very successful people, you find that there's something special about them, in a sense that they're not friends with everybody. They choose their friends. Can you imagine, guys? Let me just deviate a little. Can you imagine a Warren Buffett, being friends with the nobody on his street? He will obviously be polite to you. He will greet you, but he's not going to spend his precious time sitting with you, telling you that, tomorrow I plan to do this. Or imagine Steve Jobs when he was alive, God rest his soul. Would you imagine him sitting down with a bomb and just telling him, oh, tomorrow I think we're going to introduce the iPhone 7s? He won't do that. Precious people have precious time. They don't flock around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. They choose their friends. So that's number 4. Number 5. Number 5 is very similar to number 1. Hello, Kosi. Thank you for joining. Number 5 is very similar to number 1 in a sense that number 1 is confirmation. So that is confessions and confirmation to yourself. You speak it out loud. Number 5 is a bit more internal. Now, there's something that happens when you're going somewhere. And that is that your mind starts to freak out. So imagine that you've decided that you're going to look for a new job. Now, I've seen this happen several times. Or you're offered a promotion. Even when you've been wanting that promotion for a long time, or you've been anticipating it, you've been praying for it, you've been, so in fact, some of my sisters will be in their bedrooms, kabashi, baby, I want this promotion. And then when it comes, or when they offer it to you, the first thing your mind is going to do is freak out, like, oh my God, how am I going to cope? I don't think I can handle it. And the next thing, you're panicking in yourself that you can't handle it. Now, when everything else fails, you have to rebuke that thought. Now, I'm going to get a little spiritual on you guys. You have to tell that devil that, I am sure I can handle it. So it's a little different from confessions. It's now self-talk. Like when the thought comes and says, Come, you are going into that meeting. Do you know that the CEO is in the meeting? What are you going to say? How do you know you're saying the right thing? You have to take yourself and tell yourself, shut up. Tell your mind, keep quiet. And then follow it with the confessions. So you have to arrest every negative thought that comes into your mind. You have to stop it there. So it's also similar to when somebody gives you negativity. Now, most of the time, a lot of the time, it's even yourself that gives you negative thoughts. Fear comes upon you and you start to act funny. You no longer believe in yourself. You have to tell yourself, whatever you're saying now is not for me. So when your mind says, Come, they're going to laugh at you. Tell your mind, keep quiet. They cannot laugh at me because I'm talking sense. They cannot laugh at me because I carry something on my inside that is great, that the world is waiting to see. You have to start to tell yourself. Now, so that's number 5. Number 6, which is the last point for tonight. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about creating a positive mindset for successful women. We've gone through a lot. Guys, I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to go back to, to say everything again from the beginning, because I have some people who are here and have been here. So please, I encourage you to go and watch the replay when the show is finished. And as I've said before, I'm going to be attending to your comments. I'm going to be responding. So please keep them coming. If you've not also shared, please share the video. I'm so excited that you guys are joining. I'm so pumped. Thank you. So Debbie is saying self-doubt is very hard to turn around because your mind may be conditioned from friends and family telling you that you can't do something. Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I feel like shouting hallelujah. You're so correct, and that's why last week we dealt with negativity from family and friends. But ABC, I think you're very correct, but something that has helped me as a person, and I think it can help anybody out there who wants to try, is that when you start to identify where the negativity is coming from, and you start to see how it impacts you, it's a little easier to deal with. Rather than when you're in ignorance and you don't know where it's coming from and you just see yourself that you're not moving or you're so afraid to take new challenges, then you now know that, okay, these are the people that I don't tell my dreams. You don't have to tell your family your dreams. I'm telling you, you don't have to tell your friends your dreams. You can start to keep it to yourself. So even if tomorrow they're going to announce that Debbie is the new Prime Minister of the UK, you don't have to tell anybody. You keep it to yourself. If you know that all they are going to give you is negativity, if they are going to laugh at you, sister, keep it to yourself. Let the whole world see the effects and not the planning. So that's just an extra thought. That if people are going to give you negativity, you don't need to tell them. And that's why I've also said, if you have negative friends around you, it's better you disconnect from them because they're going to keep feeding you negativity. Now, I agree that your family is a little more difficult, especially when you have parents who are a bit more traditional. And obviously, we're talking about women being successful. When you have parents who are more traditional and they expect you to be doing certain things that you're not doing, or that you're trying to combine maybe family life with being successful and pursuing your dreams, and they tend to give you negativity. You can't disconnect from them, but you can stop telling them. you can stop sharing. Now, for my Christian sisters and brothers, you know, there's this person in the Bible that we should all learn from, Joseph the dreamer. When Joseph told his parents and his family about what God was saying concerning him, they sold him into slavery. Yes, it all worked out in the end, but just imagine if Joseph had not shared those dreams and instead he had just maybe worked on himself. You know, in the modern day, especially for women, you're going to face a lot of negativity when you're trying to do great things, when you're trying to impact your world. People are going to be negative. The best thing you can do for yourself is try to reduce the kind of people or the amount of people you share with. So having said that, the final point for tonight is, when you have combined everything we've said, the next thing you have to do for a positive mindset is document everything you plan. And I'm saying that because positivity feeds positivity, basically. When something good happens to you and you're basking in euphoria, it is easy for you to want to make more moves. So that's why I say write it down, document it. So that's why they say even like goals and dreams, you write it down. What happens is that when your dreams and your goals start to come to pass, you go back to that document and you read it and you find out that, oh, last year I wrote that I was going to make X amount of money and it came to pass. Immediately that sends signals to your brain that you are empowered. It encourages your mind. You start to feel happy. You are basically, the word is encouraged. You are encouraged that you can do more. So say for example, and somebody shared this with me sometime last year. She's a friend and she said when she first had her child and she was going back to work, she felt so discouraged because she felt like she had been away for a whole year. And she was coming back and she wanted a promotion because at the time she was leaving, she was actually due a promotion, but then she fell pregnant. Now, I'm sharing this kind of feminine, example because many of us are women and these are the things we face in the workplace especially, and even in life generally, even in your business. So she said she had lost 1 year as far as she was concerned, and she had these people at work who were, all these very efficient people that they're your competition. There's no doubt about it. Like, that this person's eye is eyeing the promotion that is coming up. So you coming back from maternity, she felt very discouraged. But anyway, she wrote it down and she kept confessing every day that I'm the best at what I do. Positive confessions about herself. And then down the line, she hadn't even been back 6 months. And then she got the promotion. And she was sharing with me and she said, look, it works. That she got this promotion and she was so excited. She was like, that means I can even do more. That means having a child doesn't stop me, basically. But what I'm trying to bring out of that example is that because she wrote it down, 10 years from today, she will go back to that book, that journal, if you like. She will go back to that journal and she will see that in year 2014, I fell pregnant. I went to maternity for a year. I came back and I got a promotion. That is how you create positivity around yourself. You have to hug it, hold it close, and protect it. Otherwise, people are going to be there to take it away from you. So guys, that brings me to the end of the points for tonight. I'm so excited. I want your comments. I want your feedback. If there's anything you think that I can do to make the show better, I am all ears, eyes, everything. I am so excited that you guys are all coming on this journey with me as even I grow and even I'm developing a positive mindset for myself. So it's not like I know it all. I'm just saying things that have helped me, and I think, we could share and learn from each other. So that's all the points for tonight. If you have missed any point of it, please go back and watch it on replay. Share the video. Tell your friends about me. I'm going to be on here on Facebook Live every Monday at 8 p.m. UK time and 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So guys, I've come to the end of today's show. Now I'm struggling a little bit. I can't talk. Anyway, that's just because I'm so excited. So please leave your questions. If you want to reach me privately, if you have questions that you don't want to share on Facebook, because somebody has sent me a private message and said, you know, there are things she doesn't want to share on Facebook because people are watching and are going to see her comments. Guys, I am so open to your emails. Please email me at komeolori@yahoo.com. I would respond to you as fast as I can because I really want you guys to join me on this journey. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I could say thank you more times. But that brings me to the end of tonight's show. Stay blessed, everyone. And remember, you are not just a woman. You are wonderful. You can do great things. You can do more than you are doing. Go out, impact your world, and do excellently. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you again on Monday.